are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me.
Excellent. That is the most fun video ever.
Well, it's half the length of the other one that we normally play.
Yes.
We did it because there are pets in it, and the Beneful ad. We love that. We love that ad with all the dogs. So.
Oh my gosh, those puppies are amazing.
So here we are again.
Here we are.
Yeah, ready to go again.
Yes, it's crazy. So welcome to this stream. I'm Claire LeBeau. I am Chief Advancement Officer of NASEF, and we have here also on my left.
I am Jennifer George. I beam in from Team Rube. I am Rube's granddaughter. I run all things Rube with a great team. And I'm lucky enough to get to work with Claire and NASEF and Eric and Clever Like Studios to meet you here and see what you have done and who the winners are of this year's contest. Eric?
Yeah, so I'm Eric Leitner. I am the education content producer for Clever Like Studios and the new Clever Like School. And, our mission is always to sort of teach the things that apparently all these videos that we're going to watch don't need to learn because they already know all this stuff so well. But, this is an amazing stepping stone. And sometimes students don't even realize what they know and how it can be part of their future journey. Yes, there are futures in this. I do it for a living. You can too. So that's my job is I want to get you my job. That's my job is to get you my job.
Exactly. I love that when I am on Discord and I see Eric, Discord tells you a little status and he's always playing Minecraft and he always says, but that means I'm working. That means I'm working.
I have to tell all my friends, they're like, oh, are you playing right now? And I'm like, this is work. Sorry.
Exactly.
If it says that I'm playing Minecraft, that's work.
Exactly.
Good job.
It's a great job.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah. So we are here to announce and celebrate the winners of this year's Rube Goldberg machine contest in Minecraft. And so we have had a theme this year of Feed a Pet, which is very fun. Some people went standard, dogs, cats, that kind of thing. And some people got creative. So we're looking forward to seeing all of those.
The exciting thing is we had 1,300 students from 18 different countries. And we can't wait to, we loved watching them all. That's the main thing. So bravo if you got through the challenge and you submitted. It was really amazing watching all of them. Unfortunately, we do have to pick winners. So
we do.
That's the nature of the beast over here. Anyway, there you go.
Exactly. So just a quick reminder, those of you who are watching, because you created a machine, you obviously know this, but for those of you, the proud moms and grandmas who aren't sure exactly what is happening here, this was a STEAM competition for students to create a contraption that would feed their pet. And this means they're learning engineering skills, design skills, creativity. Humor is always very important in these machines. That is part of the competition. And it wasn't just throw together a machine. There are a lot of steps involved. We have a minimum. Eric, you're the expert. Do you want to walk through what those requirements were real quick?
Yeah, happy to. And this is the judging aspects of it as well, because this is the part that makes my job easy and hard at the same time. So obviously, we wanted them to use Minecraft. There are multiple versions of Minecraft, and that was allowed for much of this season since you were using your own licenses for those who were competing. But they had to essentially do this in vanilla Minecraft, meaning they weren't allowed to use mods or add-ons, texture packs, anything like that. They had to refrain from using third-party editing software. And they had to use those tools to make machines. Now, the good news is Minecraft is one of those games, low floor, high ceiling, which means we got a lot of entries that were still really good. And what's also, even if they didn't have like the Minecraft prowess. And what's great about that is you get these students who want to participate in this and want to build, and they're really good at their sense of humor, and they're really good at creativity, and they're really good at telling a story. And that counts just as much as watching the machine run. We can watch a machine run, and if it doesn't entertain, it's just interesting. But we want all of those aspects. So there are teams that won heavy points because their narrative storytelling and their humor were amazing. There are teams that won points because their technical prowess was incredible. And all of those things were factored in. Yes, they did have to stay within a runtime limit. And yes, they had to give us a verbal presentation explaining what they build, although we're not going to share much of that. Some of them included little verbal elements in their actual, recorded runs as well. So you'll see some of it. And some of them did some coding because that was allowed using Code Builder as well. We actually had one, I do want to just as a shout out, where almost the entire machine, I don't know that we'll see it or not, we'll see. But if you're familiar with Minecraft Education, you can code this little robot called the Agent. I think their machine ran the entire length based off of code from the Agent. The Agent was there throughout the whole thing, which was kind of cool to see. But yeah, that's basically what they had to do. They also needed to include the same things that we would see in a live, IRL, if you will, since we're digital, Rube Goldberg competition. So we wanted to see the use of simple machines, or at least, see them
represented.
That's the word I'm looking for. Represented, exemplified somehow in there. They didn't have to include all of them, but at least 4 of them. We wanted to see transfers of motion, so 10 steps. It shouldn't be a roller coaster. Like, roller coasters in Minecraft are a lot of fun and they can take you on a journey through some incredible builds, but there's not a lot of transfer in motion. There's not a lot of steps taking place there. So we wanted to see that as well. And we're going to see some really good examples of all of this. Some definitely with more technical prowess, and some with some really amazing design and storytelling prowess. So,
right, awesome. So we do want to mention all of these students who are winners that are going to be announced today are getting prizes. So you will be getting an email from Carolyn at NASEF, and she's going to get your address so we can ship out to you some HyperX gaming headsets as well as some Rube Goldberg swag. So keep your eyes open for your email if you are a winner, because we're going to be following up with those. We always love our prizes, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So without further ado, should we go ahead and jump right into the junior category and let's find out who the winners are?
I mean, we're all here to watch them. We can talk about them so much, but we're here to watch them.
All right, so we're going to start by announcing the names, and then we're going to follow up and watch each of the winning videos. So here we go. Junior winners.
There you go. Winners from Swanee, Georgia. We've got in second place the team Levi Liners from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, United States, right here in the U.S. And by the way, I feel like we say Sunny Isles Beach every year, year after year. They have been participating in it the whole time, and that certainly explains why they understand the assignment.
Yes.
First place, Team JB Minecraft from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. So all of these are going to win prizes, and we're going to take a look at all of these just right now, and we're going to see what really made them great.
Excellent. So we're going to start with the third place in the junior category. So this is from the Team Villagers. And here we go.
So they don't actually say a word through theirs, but you can figure out the story just kind of by watching like this exploration, right? So here we go. We got chickens. These chickens have names.
Larry and Jerry and Sherry.
Sherry
and
Gary.
And Gary and Harry.
And Bob. And Bob is in
Bob
timeout. Bob was by himself in timeout. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
But over here we got Hubert. Who's Hubert? Oh, little baby
Hubert.
zombie. Are we gonna feed Hubert? And the machine has started. I like that fireworks are like the first thing, right? Why wait for the end? First thing.
Right.
One thing that this machine does exceptionally well, this was by far in the junior division, I will say this was by far my favorite technical machine as someone who works in Minecraft, knowing how redstone works and all that stuff. They used a lot of the redstone elements. They used a lot of that. You can see that throughout it. They use note blocks, which you're going to hear right here. Humor, Mike Howell Jackson. You know, those things are not easy to do. So from a technical standpoint, you know, I really loved this build. You could tell that their work went into really designing a machine that had a lot of the technical aspects.
Excellent. We've seen a lot of pets. I'm trying to figure out which one we're going to be feeding at the end.
There was a bunch of chickens. There was an isolated Bob.
Chickens,
there was
right.
a Hubert.
Hubert.
So who
Mike
are we
Howell
feeding?
Jackson.
I forgot about Mike Howell. A lot of the villagers are moonwalking also. I don't know if you noticed that. So actually, this is actually one of my favorite parts. And I'll tell you why. Because you can see they're just kind of standing here. There's a mechanic that they're using here. And they're sort of just waiting and hoping that it activates. And I feel like this is something that happens in real life Rube Goldberg machines all the time. Right? Like, come on. It's moving. It's going to happen. And it does. It just, there it goes. It's like, is it going to happen? Maybe not. There
You know, there's something very exciting in the tension. And
yeah. All right, name that tune, guys. What's this from?
Pirates of the Caribbean. Is that Hans Zimmer?
I think so.
It's so good.
It was a great soundtrack.
Great.
So we've seen obviously way more than 10 changes in motion at this point. We've seen representations of at least the 4, if not more, simple machines. And of course, these things are still going. So yeah, criteria met without a doubt. You know, this is it's all here.
How long do you think this takes to do?
I will tell you the hardest part, and this is something that is one of those things we guess who they fed?
Oh.
When you all were thinking pet, how many of you thought baby zombie?
No, not at
No.
all.
Well,
I thought it was going to be Harry, Larry, Gary, Sherry, Barry,
And Bob.
and
Poor
Bob. Oh, excellent.
They gave you a little misdirect there with who they were feeding. But yeah, we saw all of those elements that were in there. Like, you know, there were some little humor elements, right? They had the Mike Howell Jackson where we heard Billie Jean, few notes from Billie Jean playing there while that happened, right? That was clever. You know, there was some creativity, obviously, but a lot of that creativity came through in their technical prowess. And I'll keep saying that because that's what made this build great.
Yeah.
But how long do you think it took to do?
So yeah, I was on that one. But the hardest part about it is every time you set that machine up, and you can see this at certain parts, you know, you can't say, okay, it's not IRL. You can't say, okay, let's reset the machine. And you don't want to have to rebuild everything every time. So every time you add an element, the best practice is let's exit the world. Let's make a copy of the world. Let's test that copy. If that works, let's go back into the first world, continue, make a copy, test the copy, and keep doing that, which is really the only way for some of these elements to make sure that they work.
But that sets you up for a lot of like understanding how engineering works. And
I always wonder, like, when these teams get together, like, do they figure out and discuss like what their workflow is going to be? Because, you know, I know NASEF talks about this a lot, like all the career fields, like there's some leadership and collaborative skills that are learned when you start creating workflows for how you're going to design and implement this, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And that you never see. It's behind the scenes, you know?
well, that was a
Right.
great one. And I mean, so deserving.
Absolutely.
Exactly. All right. And so now we are going to see the second place video. And this again is from the Team Levi Liners from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. So you were saying this is a school that is in the top very often, right, Eric?
They
so
are.
Let's take
They
a
are.
look. And
Not our
let's-
first time saying them, you know? So.
Yes. Let's see what they've done.
can already see more.
I think I
more
finally arrived
storytelling.
home.
Sergi!
What's up, guys?
Welcome back, Sergi.
Hey,
I'm finally back. I'm so happy to see you guys. I also got some fish we can eat together.
Thanks.
yippee!
What is this thing you guys build while I wasn't here?
It's the Rube Goldberg's machine.
Rube Goldberg's machine? What does it do?
It will feed a pet.
What pet? You guys got pets now?
I got a cat.
I got a secret pet. I will show you later. You good?
Yeah.
Yay, machine activated.
Oh, wow.
Sergi, since you wasn't here for a long time, do you want to hear a joke?
Sure, let's hear it.
My redstone machine tried to make toast. Now my house is on fire, and I'm somehow riding a pig.
Good one.
Food collection system activated. It will automatically collect food we can feed to our pet.
This is so interesting.
Sergi, how was your trip? I've heard you traveled through the Pacific Ocean.
Nope, just me and my humble raft. More pond explorer than master of the seven seas.
Told you, Pavel. He didn't sail in the ocean.
Nice campfire you got here. We could grill fish I got for my trip. Oh, wow, you guys got a whole underground racetrack with aquarium? This is so cool. How did you manage to build all of this while I wasn't here?
It's my creation. I build all of it, and I'm proud of it.
Hey, Daniel, that's not true. I helped you.
Wow, I almost forgot that we have a windmill. Oh no, earthquake warning.
Don't worry, Sergi. It's supposed to be like this.
And this is our secret pet, the Leviathan.
Plane loads the food in its mouth.
Oh, wow. Will he actually eat it? Guys, let's come inside and check it out.
No, Sergi, you can't do that. Pavel, don't go inside.
Daniel, stop being a scaredy cat. Let's go inside and check it out.
He actually ate it. Wait, guys, how do we get out? Wait, why is it so dark? I think he swallowed us.
Oh, no.
They fed a pet.
That is excellent.
That is
with,
it's
with
fantastic.
themselves.
They fed themselves. It's fantastic. And you know, it's so perfect. I mean, that it just goes to black at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is real. This is storytelling. And it's very exciting to see a submission like that.
Yeah. And what you'll see in our first place winner, and this is where like the points come down to like the narrowest of margins is, right? We talked about all the things they need, the humor, the storytelling, the machine requirements, and the theming. And, you know, one thing that this last one does really well is like everything is themed. Like you could see where this takes place. You can understand like the entire, like there's a really thought through story here. So we'll check it out. So this is first place, the JB Miners, also Sunny Isles Beach.
Okay, here we go.
What a nice day in my beautiful neighborhood. Hey, wait a minute. Where's my axolotl? I was just at the pet store. That means it's closed.
Sorry, the pet store is closed. Quite the scene in there.
But my axolotl is in there. It's hungry and needs to eat.
So that's what's been causing the ruckus. Something about a giant axolotl destroying the store.
What unbelievable.
Yeah, quite unbelievable. But I'm afraid I can't let you in. Too dangerous.
Oh, I'm getting in that pet store, one way or another.
Yeah, all bark, no bite. Just be patient and wait. It's not that hard, geez.
Basketball fish here is great. I love that. This slowdown and change in music is so good.
Yeah.
It's beautiful looking also.
Yeah. Right, because they get this high intensity music and then all of a sudden it's like, we're going to take a little break.
Yeah.
And then the fish goes down. You can see the axolotl down the bottom.
What was that?
But I loved that they used in-game elements for the storytelling. They used NPCs and had the dialogue in the dialogue cards from the NPCs. There were some really clever things. The fish basketball thing got me, but like there was just a pacing and a tone, and then even adjusting the pacing when there was a slowdown and things like that, all just made it like just rapid fire and fun to watch. So that one definitely won that one some points.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
There's-
entertainment value was high.
Well, the junior division was pretty impressive, so I have.
They were really, really impressive
Okay.
this year, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to see this as we go into the senior one, without giving too much away. But we had one that didn't know which group they should be entering, and I'll point it out when we get there, because and that's how hard it was to tell some of the ones like junior or senior apart, because there were some age gap things like right on that cusp. They did end up in the senior division. But even then, like the competition was still like equally high. It was incredible.
Right.
So they were on the younger end of the senior division.
Yeah, that's where they end up. So like
Younger-
that shows you how hard even the competition across the board was.
Yeah, as I say, younger age, but upper skill, right? Which is amazing. So let's take a look. Here are the senior winners from
Drum
this
roll.
year's competition. Yay! Good job.
I don't think we've ever had an entry from Maine or Stillwater, Maine. Second place, Team Patata Potatoes.
I love that.
By the way, that was the team. That was the team that we had them. We couldn't figure out where weren't sure. We double checked with them. Should they belong in the junior division? Should they belong in the senior division? They ended up based on the technicality of it all in the senior division, and they still are a winner, even amongst the senior division. And then, of course, a first place, we have Team Crocodilo guys from guess where? Just guess.
Sunny Isles.
Sunny Isles is like they're rocking it.
Yeah. Boy, they've got it dialed in, huh? Well, this is
I
exciting.
give them credit for probably the idea of, students working with other students to understand this. But I also, we don't give enough credit sometimes that this program is done a lot of times in schools. And they've got teachers who, my guess is, don't know Minecraft as well as their students do, but can help them and, as facilitators to guide them through this process to ensure that, they're creating a good product. By simply facilitating that process and giving them both the opportunity to do so, and then the thing that a teacher does that I never do on my own is tell me double check your work.
Right? Did you meet all the steps of the rubric? I know that's always a thing. Like,
Yeah.
did you just get carried away with how fun your machine was and forget something like at least 4 simple machines or something like that?
Or even where all the points are, right? Like, yeah, your machine could be
Yes.
amazing, but there are points to be had over in these other categories as well. So don't forget those.
Right. Exactly. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to start with the third place team here. And let's go.
And again, super technical machine. And this one from a machine
Welcome
runtime
to our
standpoint.
Rube Goldberg machine submission. Our machine tells a story. One of famished parrots and mouth-watering watermelon. And of course, unnecessary complexity. Grab some refreshments, maybe a snack, not you parrot, not yet, and enjoy the film. We start at our lever and we move as the zombie chases the villager, causing a chain reaction. We fall down, causing fireworks to shoot up. Woo!
More early fireworks.
We go up to our screw.
Yeah, it's the theme this year,
And
apparently.
as we work our way up, we will get to the next villager, and boom, it goes.
And that's the first time I've seen the screw represented
and it
that
falls
way.
down, where we will get our pulley effect. As the villager goes down, on the right, you see the drown goes up. The villager is then going to get pushed by the water. It does take a second. The water's not the strongest current. Eventually, though, it will get there. And voila. As you may notice, it is unnecessarily complex to get to the next machine. We do not need all these turns and swivels, but Nevertheless, it's a Rube Goldberg machine.
They're
You
not
see
wrong.
the watermelon in the background, sticking with our theme. The cards go in a chain reaction. Each time it hits the activator scene, the next redstone block is pushed, and eventually the last cart will go to the next machine. And we're on the move. Voila, this shoots the cart, and it misses on the first time just due to lag, but the second time it goes, causing a chain reaction of the horses, pushing through, causing the arrows to then go.
They did include just a lot of absurdity in their mechanics too, which is great.
And
Yeah, those
voila,
horses are
the
fantastic.
Ravager's not having a
Like this
great
too,
day,
right? Like
as
this is
seen.
actually working in reverse. The Ravager is
And once the
activating
pressure
that, so
plates
when
are
he dies, it
released, as the Ravager
deactivates it,
dies,
which actually continues the
zombie
machine.
starts chasing the villager. Run, villager, run! And it makes it, shooting fire arrows at our watermelon target. Once the detector loses the block in front of it, as seen, the iron golem is formed in the back. It will chase the zombie, and once the zombie dies, the water is released. Water and redstone aren't great friends, they destroy each other, so it causes the next reaction as the blocks are pushed forwards onto our TNT launcher, breaking a hole in the side of the mountain. The sun shines through onto the solar panels, and the flying machine goes up.
Did you know there were solar
As the
panels in
flying machine
Minecraft?
goes up, it's going to take that block
It's
forward, the
amazing.
redstone pulse, sending the horse forwards. And voila, and we're going, and the villager goes into the end, and I guess we'll follow. And here we are. When the villager went in, it ignited a redstone pulse. We were lucky enough to get out ahead of it, and it shoots the villager up as seen. It's a little hard to see it go up as it's very fast. The villager is also splashed with slow falling as it shot up, that way to give the floor below it a little more time to build. Once the floor is done being built, the water is released, voila. The villager likes to think it can escape its inevitability of going through that hole, but it will be unable to, as we will see momentarily. It is a tenacious villager, though. It is very against the parrots. I don't really know what they did to him, but again, he's not really into it.
I like this. This is another one of those, like, we're going to wait and
Any
hope
second.
the mechanic works, and it does eventually.
And
Any
voila.
second now.
There he goes.
It's going to hit the tripwire, sending out another critical villager. As one villager ends up in the cart, the other is needed to activate the rail, pushing it. And there's one. Here comes the next villager on the way down. As you may notice as we look around, it's very watermelon themed. The end stone is replaced with sand, there's trees, it's a jungle. Watermelon is replaced all obsidian. There's no endermen anymore, rather parrots, pandas, tropical. And we go down, and a villager is shot out. And voila, we land in here, and the screw goes down, igniting redstone. And the watermelons fly down, and the parrots are no longer hungry.
How
you
great
can
was
see-
that?
Goodness.
Yeah, you could see the complexity in that. Like,
Oh,
right, there was
yeah.
there,
My
like
God.
I tried to say, like, because I thought it would be cool to talk about, be like, how many changes did this machine actually have? And I lost track every time I tried to
Countless.
count. Like,
Yes.
10
Well, the
would be an
fact-
understatement. It's 10 times 10 and then more than that, probably.
No, it was an incredible machine. And, you know, I don't know how to use Minecraft. I watch for entertainment. And because I don't know about redstone, I mean, I know about it from these conversations and from kids talking to me about it. But when you use voila in a
Yeah.
5 times, that I noticed. And words like tenacious, you know, that's
Yes.
a good word. So bravo on the narrative. It really
Exactly.
added a lot, and it was really useful in following the machine. So
I would say that was a tenacious developer there, right?
I loved
He
it.
kept
That one
going.
had like the feel of like a real life, like an in-person Rube Goldberg
Yeah.
competition, because that's the way like the students would narrate it in person.
Yeah.
You know, like would be like just talking about what you're seeing and things like that, as opposed to having the opportunity to say, well, we're releasing a video, we'll make it like even more fun and entertaining, which, don't get me wrong,
Right.
take advantage of the fact that it's a video that you're submitting, But it doesn't mean we don't love it when we see you embrace like what makes Rube Goldberg machines great.
Exactly.
Congratulations. That was
Absolutely.
Wonderful job.
Ryan.
All right. And in second place, we have the potato patatas, right?
Potatoes,
Potato
patatas.
potatoes,
One of
potato
those.
patata. Yes.
That's sort of like tomato,
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 tomato.
potato.
Exactly. All right. Let's see what they have cooked up for us.
Project is called The World. Our group is the Patata Potatoes. We attend Stillwater Middle School in Stillwater, Minnesota. Let us introduce ourselves. I'm Nico.
I'm Jackson.
I am Alex.
I am AJ.
I am Noah.
Our first simple machine is this lever. It starts the entire Rube Goldberg machine, and it is electrical energy. Our second simple machine is this incline plane. The villager goes down the ramp in his minecart. It is kinetic energy. The third simple machine is this lever. It launches an arrow with slime blocks. It is potential energy. Our fourth simple machine is this minecart track. It is wheel and axle. Our fourth simple machine is a wheel and axle. The gas goes down the minecart track. It is electrical energy and kinetic energy. Our fifth simple machine is a screw. The gas goes up the screw. It is kinetic energy. Our sixth simple machine is this pulley. It pulls a minecart down with bubbles and then pushes it back up. It is potential energy. And our seventh is a lever, where the minecart gets launched by these slime blocks. It is also potential energy. Our eighth simple machine is this inclined plane. The guardian goes down it, and it activates pistons along the way. It is electrical energy. Our ninth is another pulley. The guardian goes up in a water elevator. It is potential energy. And our 10th is a wheel and axle, where the minecart goes down the street. It is electrical and potential energy. Now it's time for the show.
They are scouring the world for the axolotl.
That was fantastic.
Obviously, like a really good narrative in there. If you were paying attention, because they did like this whole thing where they were, traveling the world, we saw landmarks from those places. Tokyo Tower was in there, like Big Ben was in there. You saw those things. I loved their use of the various mobs in the game to kind of help tell the story through the characters that were in there. Like, it never even occurred to me to put a ghast in a minecart, and it looks weird when you do, but yeah, they did that.
I loved it, and the music
That
was
was
great.
great.
It drove you through the thing, and I really like this explanation of the simple machines up front, because it really
Yes.
gave clarity to what it is we're looking for and looking, when judging is going on, etc. So
Right. I thought that as we were going through, I thought, oh, there's the part they said potential energy or kinetic energy.
it
So
was very
yeah,
good.
that was really good.
I mean, obviously, look, it's you're like the E in NASEF stands for educational, right? So,
Right.
admittedly, we love to see the learning in there. We just love it. So, happy to see
Yes.
that.
So
Exactly.
congratulations.
Exactly. Okay, I do
Okay.
want to, before we move on, I have to say an apology because I believe when we announced, we said that you are from Stillwater, Maine, but it's Stillwater, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
So we can't.
Oh, not
I mean,
good.
those are very different places. So congratulations.
Yeah, they're
again
slightly
to
different,
this
just a
team
little
from
bit. Like-
Stillwater, Minnesota. Yes. All right, and then
Although, it still holds true. I don't think we've had a lot of Minnesotan entries either. So,
I agree. I agree. Yes.
you've put yourselves on the map.
Right. Right.
This
Okay.
first place one though, and you're gonna see it. I had to watch it a few times, and I had to watch their other videos that this team submitted, to see the mechanics of how things work and the explanations of how things work to make sure everything was where it was supposed to be. Because a lot of what you're gonna watch is happening behind the scenery and not in the scenery. It almost looks like you're watching an animated film. But the good news is they do give you, even in this video, a little peek behind the curtain if you wait till the very end. So wait till the very end.
Okay.
But yeah, this is Team Crocodillo guys from Sunny Isle Beach, Florida.
All
There they
right.
are
Let's
again.
There they
take
are
a
again.
look.
Like the intro to the Rube video.
Yeah.
Oh no, my pure pet Gregory is hungry. I should immediately feed him.
Hello, you've called to Crocodilo Guys Company. How can I help you?
Yes, I would like to get the best treats in the world delivered to my door as fast as it possible.
Not a word more, our courier's already rushing to you.
And obviously you'll see all of the theming here. It's just fantastic.
Wow. When this is how it feels incredible. You really don't see it.
Yep.
That's a
And
long drive.
They do some things. We saw it happen in one of the other worlds, but they do a lot with the lighting. They do a lot with the environmental effects. They do fog effects, all of that, which is all done in game.
Wow.
You could see a little behind the scenes there.
Mhm.
Couldn't help but notice it.
Yeah, I'm seeing Eric. You're right. It just looks like you're watching an animated video.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It's got like that sort of paper craft or claymation kind of stop motion vibe, right?
Right. Uh-oh.
The characters were very funny too. So,
And I do love this idea of telling the story from left to right? Like makes the camera work easier, makes it really easy to see what's happening. It gives it, again, like that sort of animated cartoon or like comic book panel vibe where you're reading it from left to right.
Yep. Some of the people on this Zoom may not know. Snack cartoons.
Streets are on fire.
I like that.
The thing that strikes me here is we give such simple instructions, feed a pet, and then you just watch the imagination go wild with the possibilities of how that can be done. It's amazing.
I mean, it never occurred to me. Look, there's even smoke.
And the feeding part right here is
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
And I also love the intro and the outro, the title cards, because it really does feel like that old time, Rube Goldberg era of animation and cartooning.
Right, exactly.
Oh, you know what? There were a few seconds left in that video. I want you to play those last few seconds.
Oh.
So if anyone was wondering, because they did do a really good other walkthrough video, for us, as the judges, to explain how it all works. Like, that's how it all works.
Right. That's fantastic.
Lots of structure blocks, lots of command blocks. Lots of redstone.
Right. Excellent.
Well, literally, you can see from the submissions, these were incredible builds. And if any of you are wondering what next year the task might be, we're going to sneak peek. We're going to have a sneak peek. We don't have the badge ready for you. If you happen to watch this, it's a very exciting and very open-ended task. It is open a box. So whether you're competing here online, or in real life, or in our cartoon contest, or any of the other ones, and we tend to announce throughout the year, it's going to be open a box, and we can't wait to see what's inside the box that you open. That's
what's in the box.
What's in the box?
Right. Exactly. What's in the box? Where are you opening it? Where did you get the box? There are all kinds of possibilities.
Out of the box. I mean, I can think of 1,000 things, but
So what you're saying is for next year's competition, they have to think inside the box.
Yes, that's it. Anyway,
fantastic.
I just want to thank everyone again for an amazing year. All of the students who submitted, their teachers, their mentors, and especially Clever Like Studios, NASEF, and everyone on their team, and my team as well at rubegoldberg.org. And we can't wait to see what you come up with next year.
Yeah, congratulations, everyone. Those were fantastic. And we only shared a little tidbit of what was received. So many creative entries. So way to go. Keep creating. Keep thinking.
Inside the box.
Inside the box.
Next one. Yeah.
Inside the box. I know. Get those wheels spinning now, right?
I will say each of us is inside a box right now.
Yeah.
So,
I've never been the...
You're doing the
mime
thing.
Mime thing. All right. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Take care,
Have
everyone.
a great summer. Bye, everybody.